to know about manual muscle testing, right?
Yep.
Everyone got the tattoos over the spring break, right?
Manual muscle test?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 and 4G.
So, I'm gonna ask him to raise her right arm as high as she can. Alright, so what do I know about her
Full
right
range of
now?
motion.
Range of motion.
Huh?
She has full
F3.
range.
She has
Against
full range of motion
Against gravity.
against gravity
With no
and,
resistance, no added resistance.
Yeah, so it's just against gravity.
but we haven't gotten that far yet. So she's at least
F3.
a 3 or a fair, right? She's at least 3 or a fair. Alright, so what I'm gonna have her do now is I'm gonna have her bring her arm down like this. And I'm going to support her proximally at her shoulder. Take my hand, I'm gonna put it over her bicep, and I'm going to put pressure on it. Alright? And I want you to resist me. Don't let me push your arm down. Keep it there. And you have to tell the person that. Alright? I'm gonna put pressure on it, and if I put
Or see how we can.
if I put pressure on it, and I instantly put pressure on it, and it goes down, so just work with me, right? No, it goes down. All right, so I put pressure on it, and it instantly goes down, all right? Then she gets a score of,
Plus.
How hard were you pressing? How hard were you pressing?
Oh, well, it just immediately goes down.
I just did a little bit of pressure and it went down, so she automatically gets a score of
F4.
there, because it's no added resistance. She couldn't, once I added resistance, and it broke.
Oh, and it went down.
It's
Okay.
fair, all right? So now, if I put resistance on and she can hold it to the count of 1, so I'm gonna put resistance, 1, and then it breaks. All right, that is
3 plus.
fair plus. 3 plus fair plus. And if I put pressure on it and she can hold it to the count of 2 before it goes down, 1, 2,
4G.
good, or 4. And then if I put pressure on it and she can hold it for a count of 3 or more, that is normal, okay? That's the way you need to work on these things. If I ask her to raise her arm and she can't move it at all, what do I do?
See if there's, there could be trace.
Look to see if she's like tensing or anything.
Well, I could feel and see if there's any muscle tension, and if I felt muscle tension, trace, right? If she could move it just a tiny bit, and I mean a tiny bit,
It's still
what I would have to do is put her on a mat and put her arm on the mat so it's gravity reduced so that she could move it, all right? Most of the time, most of the people that you work with, unless they have like a spinal cord injury or some type of peripheral nerve injury or something, they're going to be able to raise their arms over their head, all right? So when you do, and this is a problem people have had in the past, that, I drill this, what is the manual muscle, what's the definition of the manual muscle score, but then people didn't realize how to apply it. So this is why I'm trying to get this across to you guys now. So again, so if the person, when I go in and evaluate somebody, I say, show me how high you can raise your arms up. They can do this, I know we're in fair territory. And then I will just look and I'll test and see how much pressure they can take. Again, if they can't move their arm at all, then you have to put them in a gravity-reduced position so that you can see how far their arm is. So, for example, if I ask him to extend her wrist, okay, and she couldn't do it, what I would do is I would put it on the table in neutral. And then I would say, okay, I want you to extend your wrist as far as you can. So then she does this. And most of you can't see what I'm doing. So let's just say I'm extending not to full range of motion. So what grade would I give?
Less than 4.
Core / 2 minus, because it's less than full range of motion. If she could go to full range, full range with no added resistance, core or 2.
Oh, okay.
And then if I put just a tad resistance against it and she could go to full range, then it would be.
P plus 2 plus.
And in this case, what I would do is I would have her put her hand flat on the table and see if she could lift it up against gravity. All right, just to make sure that I was right. Okay.
I think I'm done with